If you've ever felt that getting your vintage Yamaha two-stroke to run just right is some kind of dark art, trust me, you are not alone. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of its biggest mysteries, ignition timing. So, does this sound familiar to you? You've cleaned the carbs, you're using the right oil, everything seems perfect. But the bike, it just feels sluggish. And you're starting a nice little collection of sooty, fouled spark plugs. Well, a lot of the time, the real culprit is a weak, poorly timed spark. So what is ignition timing, really? Okay, think of it like this. It's like throwing a football to a running receiver. You don't throw it right at him, right? You throw it to where he's going to be. It's the same thing here. We need that spark to fire just a fraction of a second before the piston hits the very top of its stroke. That little head start gives the fuel and air mix just enough time to properly ignite and create the biggest possible shove on that piston. And that, my friends, is where all the power comes from. Okay, so to nail that perfect timing, first we got to understand the hardware we're actually working with. And on a stock RD, that means we need to get up close and personal with the classic breaker points ignition system. So let's just break down what we're looking at in this diagram here. Right in the center, you've got the cam, and that spins with the engine. You see those lobes on it? Well, as they spin around, they push open these two little switches. Those are the breaker points. You've got one for each cylinder. And this whole assembly, it's mounted on a plate that you can adjust. And that's exactly how we fine-tune when that spark is going to happen. And really, that's the entire magic trick right there. When the points are closed, current is flowing, and it's building up this powerful magnetic field inside the ignition coil. But the instant the points fly open, bam, the circuit breaks. That magnetic field collapses instantly, and that collapse creates a massive high-voltage surge that has nowhere to go except right to the spark plug. So our job is to make that instant happen at the absolute perfect time. But hold on, before we even think about setting the timing, there's a super crucial prep stage. You just can't time a bike with dirty or incorrectly gapped points. I mean, trying to do that is just a recipe for a massive headache. We have to get the foundation right first. Look, it's a really simple two-step process. First, we're going to clean the contact surfaces to make sure we have a perfect electrical connection. And then we're going to set the maximum opening, or the gap, to the factory specification. Now, for cleaning the points, you're going to love this. The best tool isn't something fancy. Forget about files or sandpaper. Especially on new points, you'll totally wreck them. Just grab a clean white business card. Seriously. Close the points on the card and just gently pull it through. You'll be amazed at the gunk that comes off. Just keep doing it over and over until that card comes out completely spotless. All right, once they're perfectly clean, it's time to set the gap. And this right here, this is the magic number you need to burn into your brain, 0.3 millimeters. That is the spec straight from the Yamaha manual. So to set this gap, here's what you do. You're going to slowly rotate the engine until that little rubbing block on the points arm is sitting right on the highest peak of the cam lobe. At that exact spot, the gap is at its absolute widest. Now you take your 0.3 millimeter feeler gauge and slide it in. What you're looking for is just a slight drag. Not too tight, not too loose. Adjust the point until you feel that, then lock it down. And boom, one side is done. All right. Our points are clean, they're gapped perfectly, we are finally ready for the main event. Let's get into setting the actual ignition timing and see how this all comes together for a perfectly running engine. So here's the goal, the whole point of this exercise. We need the points to begin opening at the exact moment the piston is 2 millimeters before it reaches the very top of its stroke, not at the top, but just before. This is the factory spec for the RD350. So how in the world do we find that precise 2 millimeter mark? Well, you've got two fantastic options. The factory specified way is with a precision tool called a dial gauge. But there's also an amazing low-buck DIY trick that honestly works just as well to find that exact moment the points open. So the pro method, it's super straightforward. You take out the spark plug, you install a dial gauge, and you find top dead center. Then you just back the engine up until that gauge reads exactly 2.00 millimeters before that top point. That is your firing position. Then all you do is adjust the stator plate until the points just begin to open at that exact spot. But what if you don't have a dial gauge? No problem at all. You have got to try this brilliant little hack. Just wire a simple 12-volt test light from the battery's positive terminal to the wire that leads to the points. See, when the points are closed, they're grounded, so the light stays off. But as you slowly turn the engine, the very instant those points crack open, the ground is broken and that light snaps on. It is an incredibly precise way to see the firing point.
Okay, so let's say you've done all that. Your timing is dead on perfect. The bike should be running great. But what if we could make it even better? More reliable, more resistant to fouling plugs, and even crisper. Well, that's where we get into upgrades. Look, the reality is even a perfectly tuned stock system can be a little bit weak by modern standards. Under tough conditions like riding around in the city or with gas that's less than perfect, those plugs can still foul. The definitive, absolute cure for this is to generate a much, much hotter spark. This quote from the Axle Ignition Guide, it just says it all. By adding an ignition amplifier, you drastically reduce the electrical load on the points themselves. They basically just become a low-power trigger switch, which means they last almost forever without burning up or getting pitted. And these numbers right here, they tell a really powerful story. Just look at this. Your stock system can generate a spark that can jump a 7.5 millimeter gap. That's our baseline. Now, just by adding an amplifier, look at that jump, all the way to 11 millimeters. Upgrade the coils, you get to 15. But when you combine both an amplifier and high-output coils, a massive 17 millimeter spark. That is more than double the energy of the stock system. So what does a spark that hot actually do for you out on the road? Well, it means you get a more complete and a more powerful combustion every single time. It can literally burn through deposits that would foul a normal plug in a second. And that all leads to a crisper throttle response and an engine that just runs cleaner and is way, way more reliable. Okay, wow, we have covered a ton of ground here, from the basic setup all the way to high-performance upgrades. So let's boil it all down into a simple little checklist you can use for your own bike. All right, let's just nail this down. Here's your ignition checklist. Number 1, always start with clean points gap to 0.3 millimeters. Number 2, your timing target is to get those points to open at exactly 2.00 millimeters before top dead center. 3, remember, you can hit that spot perfectly with a pro dial gauge or that super simple DIY test light. And finally, if you are just sick and tired of fouling plugs, the ultimate fix is a hotter spark from an upgraded system. So there you have it, the so-called dark art of ignition timing. It's really just a logical process, right? You now have the knowledge to go from a frustrating plug fouling machine to a crisp, reliable two-stroke weapon. So the only question left is, how far do you want to take it?